Hi everyone, I'm Susan Mulvihill and welcome back to my winter garden this time. This is my third video about growing veggies through the winter months. You might recall that last time I talked about how I had started kale and minutina from seed indoors in early August. I transplanted them out into this bed about a month later and they are doing great. In the other bed, I have planted some types of veggies that needed to be directly sown from seed into the beds. They just do better that way. Now, before this hoop house got moved into place, I have been keeping these beds covered with floating row cover because kale is a member of the cabbage family, and as such it is very susceptible to cabbage worms. So we don't want them to get started in there. In the other bed I have a type of spinach, and it's very susceptible to a really annoying insect called the leaf miner, so I wanted to keep them protected. Now it's the third week of October, a little bit too warm still to close both doors of the hoop house, so I am going to cover these beds again until it's cold enough to where I can just close the doors. But before I cover them back up, I wanted to show you how everything is doing. Okay, let's take a look at the different plants. I'll show you how they're doing. This first one is Vate's kale, and before I even chose the variety, I did a lot of research to find out which type of kale would be the hardiest, and this one has performed really well in trials. You would never know that I planted them with the spacing recommended on the seed packet. They probably look very close to you. I've noticed there's a little bit of slug damage, which makes me nervous, so I'm going to make sure I take care of those organically. Hopefully nip that problem in the bud. This is minutina. I bet you have never seen it before. You've probably never heard of it before, but it grows in kind of a rosette. You trim off what you want to eat. It's not fibrous. It actually has a little bit of a bite to it, but it should be very good in salads, and I'm very excited to try it. It's supposed to be incredibly cold tolerant. In this other bed, I have a few more kale plants. And then up here, I have corn salad, and that is also known as mosh. It has a little bit of a nutty taste, and when I grew it last year, nothing bothered it. It just tolerated no matter how cold it got. This is Claytonia, also known as miner's lettuce. I've never grown it before. Very excited to try it, and it's one that you just do a cut and come again method and it'll keep coming back. This last one is Bordeaux spinach. I have grown it before a couple years ago. I was amazed at how tolerant it was of the cold, although it will not make it through the whole winter. I'm okay with that because it is such a great spinach. Look at these beautiful burgundy stems. They really look nice. Okay, so until next time, happy winter gardening.